In the absence of truth, in the absence of proving fact, you believe the lies that you've been fed with. Let me repeat that. When you have no access to the truth, when you have no access to the proven fact, whatever lies you've been fed with becomes the truth. Or better still, when you have no access to the truth, you create anything for yourself and hold on to it as the truth. Now, let me further explain this. For instance, in the existence of the universe today, I mean the world we live today, nobody actually knows the origin of this world. No human so far have been able to tell us the actual origin of this world. Rather, we've been told so many lies, most especially 2 different lies. And from those 2 lies, majority of us have chosen one, get hold of one, and be dwelling on it. That is simply because we have no trace, we have no access to the truth. Now, in case you still don't get it, the Bible told us about the origin of man in Genesis, how there was a certain Garden of Eden, and God made Adam and Eve, which automatically made them the first man and the first woman on earth. We were being told that in school, under the religious studies, CROS then, and we believed it. But now that we have grown up to start asking questions, like many of you don't know how to do. Have it in mind, when you don't ask questions, any information is being dished to you, and you start going about parading the wrong information, and at the end of the day, you become very dumb. Now, if Garden of Eden was the first home, Adam and Eve was the first man and woman. They gave birth to Cain and Abel. These are few questions, because the Bible contradicted itself to an extent that no serious-minded person can read that document and begin to believe in it like a whole lot of us out there does today. The Bible said Adam and Eve were the first man. The same Bible told us in another section of it that there was a woman called Lilith, which was actually Adam's first wife. I would have wanted to give you the verse, but because I myself does not even believe in the document, I don't want to be teaching out verses. But if you care, if you are concerned, you can do the search by yourself. If you don't know the verse, let me make it easy for you. Google is the best tools. You got it? So that is it. So if there was a Lilith before Eve, why has the Bible said Eve was the first woman? That's a proven lie. And if Cain and Abel were the only 2 children, or recorded, because I learned that they had other children, but Cain and Abel were the first 2 sons of Adam and Eve. And along the line, Cain killed Abel. And having killed Abel, Cain ran away to the land of Nod, where he got married and coexisted with the people. Remember, Adam and Eve was in the Garden of Eden, and they were the only family on earth. Who were not those people in the land of Nod? Who made them? Another contradiction. So with things like that, I just believe what the Bible has said about the origin of man was a null and void. So that's off my head. Then we go to science. Science taught us about the origin of man. And on that origin of man, we were told that the human being was made from animals. We became human through apes. How we were transforming. In your days, if you were taught in social study, under myths and legends, the origin of man, we were told the transformation from the Homo sapiens, the Homo erectus, and so on. At a point, I also believed this until recently when I started asking myself questions. Say, how can we come from animals? If we came from animals, how are we now stuck in this perfect form? Or are we going to transform again later? That's a question begging for answer. And if we're actually not transforming further, what has stopped it now that couldn't stop it when we were still apes? If you know the answer, you give me. But then again, I think, if we actually came through animals, who even created those animals in the first place? And how were they created? So when I come with all of this, I only but get confused. And at the end of the day, I now realize why people just choose to believe whatever they want. But me, in the absence of truth, I believe nothing. In the absence of a proven fact, I would rather not dwell on lies and be spreading lies like you all are doing. That your belief, that thing you hold so dear to your heart that you believe today, that thing that you were told, what makes you think it is the actual truth? You grew up to be fed with a certain story, which probably can be a lie. And you heard on to read, you believed it. And I don't blame you, because that's because you have no access to the truth. But I will tell you, start doing a research. Read, do discovering, and you will find your way out of these lies.